Well, I will tell you that I sat there and I found myself really reflecting back in my own memory. I'm from Southern Virginia, and I grew up in that very segregated time of America. And I related so much to what Emmett said, because in our world, there are only two kinds of people, white people and black people. And I went to the Naval Academy, and it was the first time I ever met anyone that I knew was Jewish. And I remember seeing the harassment that they took, and I could relate to that experience in 1970. But I remember the outside colored toilets and white toilets. But I thought it was dealt with so magnificently in the play in terms of striking a consciousness on the parts of all of us to say that we all have an obligation, and when we stand silently by and don't intervene, then we do in fact give power to those who abuse power and abuse others. So I found it emotional. I found it, I was able to find some laughter, but it really caused me to reflect a lot. It's beautifully done. Thank you.
I thought it was interesting. I enjoyed the story of Emmett Till. I didn't know too much about Anne Frank, but I did know about Emmett Till. It was good. I've been looking forward to seeing the play.
Isaac Daniel, and I really enjoyed the play. I thought that it was very impactful. I thought that it's in a time when children seem to think that there were no problems, or that it's kind of a pigment of the older generation's imagination. I think this is right on point, and I think that when you have these two characters that are both dramatic and both very serious and their lives, their death has really influenced the movement of where we are today. I think it's really important for the kids to really understand it and to see that, so they can see that people have actually died because of the Holocaust, because of racism in America, and how it cannot be forgotten. You can't erase it just because we're in the world of now the iPods and direct TV and such. That people have died for those reasons, and I think that we have to remember that. And I think these two characters really epitomize, or really show how serious things were and how serious things are now.
I'm from Rockville, Maryland, and I just saw Anne and Emmett, and I thought it was great. I never really thought about the connection or the similarities of the two people, but how they were brought together and the similarities were shared, and just how much entwined their lives were. It was unbelievable. I really enjoyed it. So, thank you.
I thought it was absolutely powerful, a brilliant concept. I would have liked to have seen Emmett develop right from the top. I would have liked to have seen that anger and contempt he had by seeing a white woman, so that we knew exactly where he stood. And that came out a little bit too late. Other than that, I thought it was brilliant, and I loved Janet's presentation. So congratulations.
Beautifully written and executed.
It really is a remarkable piece. Congratulations again.
I just really like it. I think it is artistically it's wonderful, because I thought it was very difficult to put these two people together, even though their stories are similar but parallel. And I believe that she succeeded doing that. And I know, writing myself, that it is very difficult to construct this kind of play with just two characters talking all the time. That is very difficult, and she succeeded doing that. It's very good. Congratulations, and thank you for letting me see that.
I thought that Anne and Emmett was the most masterful piece that I've seen in quite some time, that allowed race to transcend in a conversation without insult, without the typical things that divide, without confrontation. It allowed the two subjects to be discussed and the two individuals' lives to parallel